Any dream bands that you would love to tour with or work with?
Gerard Way, if I meet him, I'm crying. Probably also would cry. Waterparks. Huge fan of Awsten.
I don't know if Awsten will answer, but I want to FaceTime him now. Really quick, I have to do something.
I'm a fuckboy, dirtbag, piece of shit. Yeah, the kind your mama warned about when you were a kid.
Welcome to the set. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah,
man. I really appreciate it.
I saw you just got your arm blasted yesterday, by the way.
Yeah.
Woo! Is there a second skin on it right now, or is that thing just...
I had a second skin on it, and then I was told that I should let it, like, just breathe for a bit.
Oh,
so
they usually, usually the first day, let it breathe and dry up a bit, then you cover it. But that is...
It's fresh, huh?
That is fresh. It's looking good. I'm
Thanks,
guessing... We both have a skull.
I like your sleeve, too. And the skull,
Dude,
the inner arm.
we both have a skull in the same
side,
spot.
Dude, I'm building out a sleeve, too.
So what are you going to do next? Do you know?
I don't know. This one, like, everything just kind of comes to me. I think the next spot is, like, right here I need to fill.
Yeah.
And then...
Wait, what did you even get yesterday? Walk me through the new tat, because that thing is so fresh and so sick.
Dude, thanks, bro. I appreciate the hype. So it's a snake skeleton. And the reason I got it is because my original logo when I started TX2 was a rattlesnake with a bunch of nails in it. And I was always told that I would never make it. And like low-key, like in the last month, I've been like having a good moment and I'm happy with where I'm at. And I was like, you know what? The career's happening. I better celebrate it with something. And it's kind of like a rebirth of like that old snake logo thing. And then at the same time, it looks fucking sick.
It looks fucking sick.
Yeah.
And then on the inside arm, this one, it's for Vampire by Rumor, right?
Yeah. To celebrate?
Yeah, which is great.
I drove a stake right through her. I tasted all her lies. I'm a vampire by rumor. Empty as fuck inside.
So I love it because the pieces that you're building up on your arm are already a bit of a journey.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Did you do the same thing?
So I love horror. I love creepy. And I actually had one artist. We kind of did this all as like a single piece. He designed it all together.
Did you do it all in one session?
No, it was over like 7 or 8 sessions. I just did the hand a couple months ago, actually, because I just wanted to bring it down. Why not? So it was one artist. He did it all. And it was dope. Trip Lopez, check him out. Wow. But it was some cool stuff. The real exciting thing that we all should be talking about today is Threads.
Threads. Oh, yeah, dude. I know. Holy, wow. It just came out of nowhere. And then I was like...
I heard that they released it early, unexpectedly early, because Twitter has been in such kind of a shit show lately.
Yeah.
So Facebook or Meta, whatever the parent company is, they were like, let's pull the plug. Let's do this thing. Pull the plug. You like that? The
wow,
song that
this guy knows
shifted
his
gears
stuff.
for this guy.
Wow.
We'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But Threads is around. Well, I got to get all of you. Tommy. Oh, yeah. So, by the way, Tommy, he jumps in from time to time on the chats.
Yeah.
And he'll be jumping in
Tommy.
on this.
Woo.
And he's also here, more importantly, to check out the cameras to make sure everything's
they're rolling.
recording.
Look at that camera. It's
And
moving.
look at that was one of the best things we bought because he used to sit back there by hand and he would move it. And
Now
then
I get to chill.
Yeah, he gets to chill. He
And it
gets to
just
join in on
does
the
it
chat.
That's a wow.
Does it by itself.
future.
And then the trees and lights a little foreground. So you know when the
Yeah.
camera passes
Oh,
it.
that's sick. That's smart, and that's really smart too.
Yeah, so it looks pretty. It's
Wow.
a good little setup vibe.
Yeah.
But what are we thinking of Threads, you guys? The latest social media. Another reason for me to not sleep at night. Have you dove into it much
Exactly.
yet?
I downloaded it this morning. I literally got on it and have been like moving content over right now.
Wasting no time.
Wasting
I saw
those
your
that you have
clips
no
already
you,
going
you
up.
can't take a second. I think it's all everything in life I look at as a numbers probability thing.
Yeah.
And I think there's a chance it takes off, and then there's a chance that it kind of does what Instagram TV did. But I don't know.
You remember IGTV,
Yeah.
Tommy?
I forgot that was a separate
That was
Right.
a thing.
Right. I think the only problem with it right now is that it's on a separate platform. So, but it's so far great conversion. They got influencers and artists slowly switching over, which is like that's the swing state for them. If they can get all the biggest accounts to move over there, then people, the followers of those accounts will too.
I remember Microsoft tried to do that with Mixer. It was a streaming platform that they did to compete with Twitch. and they had to close it down within like a year or a year and a half.
So it could be that. We don't know.
The benefit for them is, though, they do have Instagram behind them, and everyone is just like, set up your Instagram profile. You can set up your Threads profile, and all the people you're following, you can follow. I saw porn for the first time on it last night.
Nice.
Oh,
They
yeah.
already got
yeah,
there.
they already got there, so
Wow.
they are competing hot and heavy with Twitter.
Moving fast.
All right, I promise this whole chat's not about Threads. So with that, bro, I'm genuinely so stoked that you're able to stop by today because
man.
I have been such a fan of your music ever since I came across you on TikTok. Absolutely killing it.
Thanks, man.
When I kept seeing clips for I Would Hate Me Too.
Yeah.
A little song, I'm a 5'4" man who slit his wrist.
I'm a 5'4" man whore who slit his wrist. Yet 100,000 kids out there think I'm the shit.
I think it's really interesting, your musical past in general, what kind of created who you are now, because looking back, you've done other releases under the name TX2. 2018 and 19, you released some albums. One of them was 99 Proof, and the other one that you did was the Modern Punk. They're very rap albums. They're
Right.
hip-hop stuff, and they got great flows. They got great songs. In your musical past, what kind of led you to where you are now with stuff that was on like Drop Dead? Because I feel like that's where we really got to hear the rock side of you.
I wouldn't give a fuck if you dropped dead. Ryan Mass, throw it on our bed. I wouldn't go back with the gun to my head. Spun a web lies instead.
Yeah, that's cool that you did the dive. So a lot of people don't know this. In middle school, I was playing in rock bands. I started on the drums when I was 5 years old, and then my brother played guitar. My mom put us on instruments, so it was like our way of like bonding.
I love it.
And then we played in a band, and when he was in high school and I was in middle school, everyone else was in high school. We were playing all sorts of shows, rock shows, and we'd play like everything from like System of a Down covers to like all over the the radio, Nickelback, everything.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of like
Nickelback.
where a lot of my influence comes. Hi. That's where. Oh, this is so cute. That's where like the rock influence came from, and that's what I grew up with. And then I think in high school, the band like broke up because there was that whole like I'm never gonna make it like mentality, and unfortunately one of the singers died in a car accident.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I've decided I'm gonna be a rock artist, a rap artist, but like mix in elements of rock. Because rapping is like drumming with words, and I didn't know how to sing, and I could never sing. And then I just didn't believe in myself as a singer. I started rapping, and I think it was inauthentic when I started doing it. And then 2018 came around, and I released a song called Living Punk Rock. Which is like punk rock rap, but like its own like almost like I actually liked Death Grips and was like taking like a weird influence from that at that time, but then that didn't work, and then I kind of like tried the rock rap thing, and then eventually took vocal lessons, learned I could sing, and I was like, this is my chance. Now it's time to sing, rap, and do rock music all together. Around like 2020, I made that decision.
Did anything happen in particular to where you had some self-realization of who you wanted to be, of who the authentic version of you was?
Yeah, I moved out of my parents' house.
Yeah,
So
that's supposed to
in
help, right?
2018, I was able to like think about who I really was without a critical lens over myself and without judgment. Because in high school, yeah, I felt like I was like bullied out of like what I thought was cool into like trying to be this like rapper, which I thought would have made people like me if I was doing something like that, and I was so wrong. Because I was like the SoundCloud rapper, school joke, like this kid's never gonna make it, like boo him at shows, like I was called all sorts of slurs, everything you could imagine, and then I like tried to fit in, and then 2018 moved out of my house, moved out of my hometown, and I finally got a like chance to kind of like recreate myself. And that's how I was like able to slowly start taking steps. I dyed my hair black. Oh shit, I can wear eyeliner, and then I have a nose ring, and then, and started building it out from there. It's just a little delayed,
Yeah, and no, there's no timeline on anything in life, I don't think. But it is interesting how, in hindsight, you can look back thinking on something that you thought would make you feel good, something that you thought would make you fit in. But at the end of the day, what's actually working for you now is being your most authentic self.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's weird. I basically have realized in the last like 6 months, the more I can just reveal about all of the shitty things and the good things, everything that makes me me is the only thing that I will have as a like competitive edge, is like a reason for people to care. It's by like I talk about things that like I didn't like I'm like, for an example, like I'm bisexual, pansexual. I wasn't able to talk about that most of my life, and then now that I finally have a chance the last 6 months to openly talk about that, it's cool that I can just go full forwards and say I fucked every gender. You know what I'm saying?
21
like,
of them.
And I fucked every gender that's under the sun. They say there's only 2, but I counted 21. And they
So social media, you have really used that as an avenue of getting your name out there, like
Yeah.
an exhausting amount, not in a bad way. In a way, I wish that I had that drive and dedication that you do to post stuff the way you do. It always looks great. You can be posting the
you.
same clip from a song 50 times in
Yeah.
a week, but you're always
Thanks, man.
filming something different for it.
old white men always gotta say shit. They can hold my dick. They don't want a conversation. They just want their kids to end up rich and racist. They're running out of time and I'm running out of patience.
When did that start to happen? And also, which song of yours was the first one that really actually kind of popped off?
the first ever song that kind of popped off was called "Pull the Plug."
Always feel irrelevant, stuck inside my head again. I'm never enough, but nobody can see it 'cause how much time I'm waiting to blow the fuck up.
Yeah, Pull the Plug, great music video.
And then that was like a song where basically I hit this like, I'm not gonna make it in music. I had just gotten out of something that was really I can't even talk about. But like I was like, you know what? Like I hate everything. I remember getting super drunk on my 21st birthday, waking up and seeing blood on a light switch in my bathroom and being like, I don't remember what happened last night, but that's a song. And I played every instrument on the song. I wrote it completely front to back, and then I had this realization where like nobody will give a fuck about me because I make music that's good or because however I look or anything. I have to do something that would make people stop without an ego at all of my own. And then that's where I was like, I'm gonna make comedy skits. And then originally what I started doing was I started making emo jokes because I knew that the people who would like watch me were like emo fans. Yo, has anyone seen Norman around here? Yeah, I think his girlfriend just broke up with him. He's in his room. Oh shit! Norman! We're too late.
And darkness turns to light. It ends tonight. It ends tonight.
And then I started making like memes and had a bunch of viral videos, doing the whole like I think I might have even started the Black Parade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I did that.
Black
Black
Parade.
Parade. I have that exact vinyl case right there.
Some good ones on this table.
Classic. Oh yeah, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Is that?
This Take Off Pants and Jacket.
Yeah,
this
right.
is a smaller band, Conditions Full of War. They just released this on vinyl, so my
gotta
brother
check this
got it for
out.
me. It's fantastic.
Well, I built the world around me like a blueprint I've been studying for years, and I've been getting lost along the way.
Was this all on TikTok?
All
That
on
you're doing this
TikTok.
type of stuff?
Started on TikTok. Basically, I had my entire hometown saying you're never gonna make it. I had major record label I met with that was like, we like your music, you just don't have the social media numbers. And I was like, fuck it, I have to do whatever it takes to get people to know me. And I made skits, started making skits that pushed my music slowly.
I wrote you a song. Will you listen to it?
Yeah, buddy, how nice of you to write me a song. Whoa, you wrote this about me? You asshole. And then slowly stopped doing skits and mostly just music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Like I said, the first one that I heard was I Would Hate Me Too. That was the first one that I saw was popping off. Did Vampires, was that also popping off?
Vampire by Rumor popped off as well. So the viral moments for TX2 was a Pull the Plug. Vampire by Rumor. Trust No One. And then Drop Dead.
Used to be your bitch. I grant your every wish, but you can count on this.
And then it was like slow for there, and then I Would Hate Me Too.
I'm a black hole, lost soul, can't be fixed. There's a reason I keep
and then Randy McNally.
Your God is a rope, you use to pull clothes. It's tie it up around my throat.
And then figuring out what the next moment's going to be from there.
Which is great because it's still just this high trajectory that you're just going up. It keeps going up and up, dude. I've been listening to your stuff lately when I work out in the morning.
Oh,
Whew,
really?
pumps me up.
Which
I love
one?
it. I put on your entire playlist of all the stuff that's on Apple Music.
Really?
And then I just go through it. Oh, it's great.
That's really nice.
I genuinely mean it because your sound. I was saying this to Tommy when I heard I would hate myself too. I would hate me too. So I would hate me too, right?
Yeah.
I was like, this song, it just sounds like if I were in the studio and I wrote this song, or if I were at a label, I would be like, puberty's hitting me. Sorry, voice cracked. I would be like, oh my God, this song has it. Like, wow.
I am not okay. I'm a psychopath. I'm the knife in your back. It's the shower scene when I'm in the room.
Which your music is rock, I will say.
Hard rock,
Because
yeah.
there's so much pop punk coming out, which pop punk is my favorite genre. My favorite
Yeah.
band of all time, Blink-182. Tommy's favorite band of all time, Blink-182.
Hell yeah.
A lot of bands are doing that, incorporating pop punk in some way, but your stuff is just like rock, like with rock guitar solos in it, with rock rhythms in it. Like it's
Totally.
straight up rock.
Yeah, and so I'm just trying to like build out that sound and create my own like lane that's like if My Chemical Romance, Nickelback, Eminem, and Green Day all had an orgy and a nice little baby. Like that.
You had me. I was like, wait, do we have a Nickelback thing over there?
No,
What are
I
you-
just in my head I was envisioning like a square with.
He's a visionary, but it's sounding great, and I feel like lyrically, still at times, there's some hints of the flow that you developed through rap stuff.
Definitely.
Which is really fun and unique. And like, Ronnie Radke from Falling in Reverse, he's done great rap stuff and his rock stuff. And I think when people are able to incorporate stuff like that, it's cool. Because even in Vampire by Rumor, the kind of the flow in
Rapping,
some of that,
rapping,
absolutely
yeah.
rappy.
Quick, take a look in a pic. I'm a mannequin in bliss. One man band, I'm the shit. Can't form attachments, duplication, suck the soul out of your mix. Leave a heart in a ditch, cause I can never trust a.
So you mentioned the song Randy McNally.
Yes.
Randy McNally, it's a new song from you. He is governor from Tennessee.
And there's several other names we mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and-
Bill Lee is the main target too.
Hey, Belly, it's nice to finally meet. Hey, I hope you find me pretty, wearing a dress in the street. Do you want to come and see what I hide underneath? It's a gun and it's free. You should point it at me. 'Cause you got
Your stuff in general now is so politically fueled, socially fueled. You're talking about guns, religions, LGBTQ rights, like all of this stuff. How has that been hitting those topics so hard? Because you are setting yourself up for hate.
Yeah, I so basically what happened was when I Would Hate Me Too dropped, it went viral, and then everybody hated on me and said I was the death of rock and roll, I was the worst rock artist ever. And then I had this big realization where I was like, this is like a good sign that I have to take back all these comments that are telling me to kill myself, because it, like the hard part was I wrote that song like because I was like, what if we took an AC/DC song, and do you know Bullet by Hollywood Undead?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know how
dude,
it sounds
Hollywood
really
Undead.
upbeat?
my legs are tangling off the edge. The bottom of the bottle is my only friend. I think I'll slip my wrist again and I'm gone, 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 gone.
So we were like, what if we took like an AC/DC rock song and wrote about all of the shitty things that I feel about myself, and like how I'm like, I would argue at that time, not a bad person. I just like, I was like going through like a fuckboy phase, and at the same time I was also like degrading myself in everything. So I was like, what if we write a song that sounds happy? And I love I Would Hate Me Too. I think it is a good song. I think there's clever lyrics in it on some aspects. But I realized that no matter what I would do, I would get hate. So I might as well just say whatever the fuck I want with zero filter anymore. Because at this point, no matter what, just because of how I look, I'm going to get hate for making any song. So I was like, And then at the same time, this was like a time where I was figuring out my sexuality. And then as I've like started to talk about being bisexual, I've lost friends. People have told me that I'm like doing it because of like clout or something. It's like I've felt this way my whole life. I just haven't been able to talk about it. So then I started doing research, and I found out that there's several states that are passing laws that are banning drag shows in public because they think that it is a threat to children. Now, I have a lot of friends who are drag queens. I've had partners who are drag queens. I've had, I'm connected with the drag queen community. And when I realized that like the people were being oppressed like this, and basically we're taking steps back as a society, where like society is making homophobic laws. First off, if you think the drag shows are a threat, you've never clearly been to one, because like, dude, there's a whole spectrum of drag shows. It's just art, you know? And so to prohibit art, that means our government's taking big steps back. My influences, Eminem, Green Day, all of these artists stood up to like oppression. And when they had a platform, they used it. I was like, I have a platform. People are going to hate me no matter what I do. So who gives a fuck about what I say anymore, if it's filtered or not? I'm going to call these governors out by name, because artists aren't doing that. A lot of artists I see, the one thing I saw was like, you know, like, this song's political, like kids today. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
Together.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, fuck that shit. I'm going to call these governors out by name. I'm going to make sure everybody knows their name and everybody starts the conversation. The best case is everybody's like, I can't believe he did that. They tell their friend, and then a conversation starts about this shit's happening. Because the problem is we're not talking about it. A lot of people did not realize this was happening until there's been art that's been talking about it.
Yeah, I think it's easy for people to just dance around it
Yes.
as well. And you didn't just call them out. And so in the music video, you have their names and numbers
Yes.
on the whiteboard.
Yes.
Which is so cool. It's in a classroom.
I love
and
that.
It's like all these drag queens, and it's just so cool.
Put a bullet in a kid's head, think they got a sickness if they're not dressed up straight. But what happens in the closet doesn't matter if you profit from the flag of the USA.
And then I saw that it was being played at a gay pride rally.
That was fucking awesome.
That was
like
so sick.
In case you didn't know what was happening, they were playing my song at a Pride Fest, using it as a protest song, which is punk rock as fuck.
that was like a moment for me to be like, dude, my career, this is what I wanted. I'm making a difference.
Talking about the topic of kids, of drag shows or whatever, and like the political side of it, where they say this is bad for kids, this is that. I just want to say it blows my mind that these politicians will jump to that while we live in a society with so many guns, and it seems like they're like, this is what's gonna kill our kids.
Yeah, I know.
And it's not. Look at the guns numbers. Your latest song, by the way, is Loaded Guns.
Guns. Yeah, basically, I had this other, like, I was like, okay, with all the response to Randy McNally, one of my really, like, best friends, close friends from high school, who I thought was going to be, like, a friend with me to the end, because we had, like, a little friend group. When I released Randy McNally, he was like, I can't be associated with you. You're taking people away from my religion. And, like, because he's, you know, he said my line was, there's no love like Christian hate. Not all Christians are bad people. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that a religion that's supposed to be preaching love can be judgmental.
There's no love like Christian hate. Let's all count down till Judgment Day. How tall is heaven's gate if you stand outside and pass the plate?
I don't know why he took it like that. I think he just proved my song right. I ran into him at an airport, and like he, ironically, and he's like had to make a big scene there and be like, I can't believe you're releasing songs that are like hurting my religion. And I was like, look, I don't want it to affect our friendship, whatever it takes. Like, we can have different opinions. And he's like, no, I can't be associated with you. And I was like, all right, fuck this. I'm gonna write a song. And then I was also thinking about how there are so many politicians right now who are passing laws that are affecting the LGBTQ plus community, that are affecting women, like the, you know, Roe v. Wade, like all of this shit, where it's like, dude, these old fucks aren't going to have kids anytime soon, so why does abortion like affect them, right? These old fucks are either closeted, which a lot of them are, which is why they're so homophobic, or they're like, they have no relation to being gay, so how could they understand? They have no relationship to being homeless. They have like, it's old fucking people making laws about things that they do not understand, and they have no feet on the ground to understand. So I wanted to write a song that just like basically addresses like the second verse, not all Christians, but just the ones who point their fingers dissing, right? And then at the same time be like, old white man always gotta say shit. They can hold my dick. They don't want to comment because I just don't care, you know?
No, and what's also like at the end of the day, all of these politicians, absolutely, especially the far right ones, are basing this off of their religious views.
Yeah,
whether it's abortion, whether it's any of these things, they are somehow coming back. Because I agree, I won't judge people based off of their religious beliefs. If their beliefs aren't directly affecting or hurting someone else's life, I'm like, go believe what you want and do what you want. But we live in a country where politics is absolutely run by religion.
They should have no
Separation of church and
church
state.
is given head to state. That's a line.
Yeah,
in,
that's a line. Yeah,
we're handing
exactly.
now. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Goddamn.
And it is a very frustrating time with all of that. So that's where I love to see that you don't dance around it, as said in other songs, as we hear in other songs. You are literally saying the names of the politicians. You are very bluntly putting the stuff out there.
So tell me who do you pray to? When I'm on my knees, I can play
I think that you're at the start of your journey, and it's awesome to see the following. You're so open with your following. I see your live streams all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, you're always encouraging them to reach out to you, to join the Discord, and knowing that you didn't have a place to go for that, but you were creating that safe space. While at the same time, I love that you are absolutely hitting all the marks for what they're going through in your music, which is just
Thank
kind
you.
of a double whammy of support for them, which is great.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, I think it's cool. Great what you're doing. I can't wait to see you Saturday. I'll be there. I gotta come out to that show.
Yeah.
I couldn't knock.
Let's
I've been
go.
listening to your shit for too long now. I gotta get out there and scream about being a fuckboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it's not. Actually, it's not good. It's like the whole real quick. The whole purpose of that song is it's not good to be a fuckboy. It's just if anything, it sends you down a spiral that you would hate you, and you becomes like, it's not good, but it sounds dope. The
Those are chuggy good guitars.
yeah,
great.
that's the good part.
You haven't had the chance to play too many shows, have you?
Depends on too many. I've been playing since I was like in middle school.
So you've had the chance to play a lot of shows.
Yeah.
But with the new music, as stuff's kind of been popping off, you haven't properly. Have you toured yet?
Nah, yes, I have done a tour. But I haven't done a lot of like tours, or we're just starting that in the fall. I'll be going on tour, and then hopefully basically covering the whole U.S. on tour this fall. And then hopefully we're gonna hit UK top of next year, and right now is the time to start building the fuck out of touring.
Yeah, and I mean, it's great that you just announced you signed to Hopeless, which I think is fantastic. So many great artists. I've had great ones in here. We had Scene Queen in here. She's awesome.
She's awesome.
She's great. Lyrically, just like you, she loves to call bullshit out.
Pink wristbands on the gas lights, bras hanging on the bus. Yeah, you get a lot of girls, but not one is 18 plus.
I respect the fuck out of her for just saying shit.
Yeah, I do too. Oh, I think
Yeah.
it is great.
Inspiring.
And you're part of a good label now.
Yeah.
How
Shout
did-
out Hopeless.
Yeah, shout out Hopeless.
Shout out
First
Hopeless.
label I ever worked with when I started working in the music industry
Really?
was Hopeless. Yeah, back in
That's really cool.
2014. Like they had just signed Neck Deep. I had no idea what I was doing, but they have always been so kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did that come to be? What got you on the radar? Did they reach out to you?
Yeah, Hopeless had reached out to me, and I think they understood my message, and they wanted to support the X movement, which is a movement I'm building on Discord, that's just focused on mental health and creating like a safe space for people to talk about either their mental health, their sexuality. It's just something I never had when I was growing up, is a place to vent, and a place to like connect with the whole community. So they wanted to support that. I liked that I'm like, something I really want to get involved with is like pairing up with nonprofits. Hopeless is super big on that. And they just believed in what I was doing, worked with my team. I've been building out a great team lately. Shouts out to Hopeless. Shouts out to my team, which is Eric, Donovan, Tim. Shouts out to the producers I've worked with, Little Aaron, Joey Barba, all sorts of producers, Matt Malpass, the writers, Brasco. I fucking love you, Brasco. If you're watching this.
Oh, so you worked with Lil Aaron. That's great.
Yeah, I love Little
Dude,
Aaron too.
and you worked with Joey since like the old days. Right?
Yeah, Joey did pull the plug with me.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Are you still keeping him? He's a part of this journey still?
Yeah,
Coming on up with you?
Yeah, you gotta the people that are there with you from the beginning. You gotta keep. And then my guitarist Cam, if you're watching this, I love you with all my heart.
Cam, are you the one that's in all of the videos?
Yeah,
Oh,
Cam's. I invited him here today, but he couldn't make it.
I feel
but
like I
love him.
know Cam.
Yeah.
God, is that a goth dummy, mommy? Looks like it. God damn, I bet she loves AC/DC.
I think that you guys are great on camera together.
Yeah,
he's,
thank
he's
you.
funny. Yeah,
you.
absolutely. So with this Hopeless signing, is Loaded Guns, was that a Hopeless release?
That was the first Hopeless release.
Whew,
Yes.
congratulations.
Thank you.
That's rad. What do you have in the books music-wise next? I'd imagine it's time for a collective release at some point, whether it's like a full length. Because if you look at your stuff like on Apple Music, it's listed as EPs. Are those really EPs? Because sometimes there's doubling tracks. It's kind of a single led by-
Waterfall releases.
Yeah.
It's just slowly like creating one EP over time of like singles.
Yeah.
So, but I think there might be an EP in the fall. I don't know what I can say. There might be a debut album sometime. Maybe, maybe
That's exciting.
soon.
Maybe soon.
I don't know.
Dropping today.
I can't tell
right
you for
here.
sure. I don't know.
But you're keeping busy. There's lots in the works.
Yes.
Good. I'm stoked that it seems like you've actually been able to finally get to a point in your life where music is your life.
Dude, it's awesome, man.
Did you ever have jobs before the music stuff?
Yeah. I had jobs up until 2 months ago.
What-
I literally just broke free.
What were the jobs that you worked?
I worked at a roller rink when I was 15 years old. As a
Nice.
skate guard, I had a whistle. I'd like tell people to slow down. I worked as a server, as a busboy. I worked at a bar. I was a door-to-door salesman for 2 years of my life. Hi, my name's Evan. I'm here with Something Painting. I can't say it. I just noticed you had some faded siding on your home, so I wanted to put you down for a free estimate.
I see so many Ring doorbell videos now
Yeah.
of people doing that kind of
Oh
stuff.
my God.
Did you ever have a bad experience with that?
Yes.
Oh, give me a
Yes,
highlight.
I had someone pull a gun out on me.
Oh.
Basically, what happened was I was knocking on the door, and I'm a little socially awkward, so I miss cues sometimes. And I knocked on the door, and I was like, "Hey, how's it going? You know, ready for the pitch?" And he's like, I gotta remember his exact wording, but I think he was like, "What is up?" And I thought he meant like, "What's up?"
Not
you know?
much, bro.
Yeah. That's exactly what I said. I was like, "Not much." Like, and then no, he's like, "No, what is up with all of you coming to my doorstep?" And he's like, "You got like 2 minutes," and he had a shotgun around the door. He's like, "You got 2 minutes to get out of here." And I was like, "I'm getting out, and I just made my merry way and never saw him again.
Well, that is a good story.
He had door-to-door sales.
I'm glad you survived it. Are you from Colorado?
Colorado.
Whew, I didn't know they were like that gun crazy out there.
I just want to say I've never seen Frankie just lay on an artist
A
like
guest
this.
before.
Frankie freaking loves
This
you.
is the calmest that Frankie has ever been in all of the interviews I have done in this room. She
Really?
runs around. She'll be
Yeah.
annoying. She'll be biting at my hands. She'll be smelling my crotch. But with you, there's something about you.
Frankie deserves love.
Frankie gets all the love. This dog lives a great life. She's here every day. She's meeting new people every day. But anything else we need to cover from you that
No,
you
thank
feel
you for
we
having
could have
me.
missed?
Thank you. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, I really love your music, the message that you're doing, and above all else, I think it's so great that you, being open and honest with yourself and not caring about what anybody says or thinks. Is that making you happy? Like,
Yeah,
how
that's-
do you feel now compared
That's the
to how
only
you felt
thing
in the
that's been
past?
really making me happy lately is just being able to not worry about how people perceive me.
And in a world filled with social media where you're going to get hate comments, where people are going to judge you left and right, this and that.
I just show up every day, I post every day, and I don't look anymore. I just respond to the comments in the first hour, and then I'm out.
I think you're doing it right. That's what it's going to end up building you an awesome career.
Thank you.
And I hope that you're able to tour with some rad bands. Any dream bands that you would love to tour with or work with?
A bunch.
Yeah.
All right. The list goes Gerard Way. If I meet him, I'm crying. Same with Billy Joe Armstrong. Okay, so those are like the other bands that I really like to tour with. Probably also would cry. Waterparks. Huge fan of Awsten. Huge fan of the Waterpark
We just got
sound.
sushi yesterday.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's probably really cool, huh?
Yeah, Austin's
Yeah.
cool as shit.
I gotta meet him.
I don't know if Austin will answer, but I want to FaceTime him now because I think that'd be such a good
Try
interview
it.
moment.
Do you have your
Let's
phone?
just try it and see. I'm recording you with it, but
Ah.
I'll see. Let's just find out.
I get
Yeah.
really nervous. I'm just giving you a heads up. I get really nervous and like socially
We'll assume
awkward,
we'll
but-
assume he won't answer
Yeah,
anyways.
we'll
Okay.
assume he's not gonna answer.
Come on, answer.
I don't. Do I still hold the mic?
If he picks up.
Really quick, I have to do something. So I'm interviewing somebody right now, and they said you're a dream person that they'd want to tour with. So I just got to say, Awsten, this is TX2.
Wow, hi. This is like I
Yo,
get
how's it
really
going?
nervous right now, but hello, it's really nice to meet you. I'm a big fan of Waterparks, Awsten.
Oh, nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
That's sick.
And with that, I'm gonna send you his shit to check out. But go. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but thanks for joining in on my interview.
I almost didn't do it because I was in like a public place and I was like, this is gonna be embarrassing as hell to be like the guy on FaceTime. But I was like, nah, fuck
made
it,
my
it's
day.
Nick. I got this.
You made my day. Thank you. This is great, bro.
Yeah,
I
of
don't.
course.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta just. It's very cool to meet you, man.
Hell yeah, you too.
All
Thank
right,
you, bro.
check him out. He just signed to Hopeless, and he's awesome.
What are you talking about?
Well, we just wrapped up an interview. He just signed to Hopeless Records, and
Dude, Hopeless is great.
Thank you, man.
I mean, he was on Hopeless.
I appreciate that.
So yeah, good stuff. But I'll let you continue on with your day. I'll send you some of his stuff. I think you'll get a kick out of it. But thanks for answering, and go do your stuff.
I will.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Bye.
Dude, that's crazy, bro.
Okay.
You want a hug?
Yeah, bring it on in, dude. So I'm gonna send him your stuff to check out. I think
be
he'll
really
really
cool.
like it. But
really cool.
yeah, thanks for
man.
dropping by today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and
Shit.
I'll see you on Saturday for sure. Tommy, I think we're done. I stole your camera to record that FaceTime. So
Thank
other
you.
than that, TX2, absolutely killing it. So glad you stopped by, and I can't
Thanks,
wait to
man.
see what you
You
get
made
up
my
to.
day, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks for this.
Peace.